Manchester United players turn on Erik ten Hag. This is what we'll be discussing on today's show. But before we jump into that, please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. So there's a massive story coming out from Samuel Luckhurst, who is the chief Manchester United writer for the Manchester Evening News. And the headline is, some Manchester United players are concerned by tactical changes Erik ten Hag is making. It goes on to say that a number of Manchester United players are starting to grow weary of Erik ten Hag's criticism as they struggle to sort out their dismal form. It then says, dressing room sources have told the Manchester Evening News that some players believe Erik ten Hag has favourites in the squad who is unprepared to single out for criticism, while they feel others are routinely rounded on by the United manager. Now, I just want to start off by saying the fact that there are leaks coming out of the dressing room again is an absolute disgrace. The fact that the Manchester Evening News are getting people directly in that dressing room, which will be players, of course, because that's who's in the dressing room, coming to them with stories that they want to put out is a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. And that's the thing we need to focus on here. That should never happen at a football club. At a competent football club, that doesn't happen. It happened under Ollie, it happened under Mourinho, it's happened under every single manager since Sir Alex Ferguson left the club, and it's an absolute disgrace. I thought we were better than this. I thought we were past this, but we're clearly not. The story then goes on to say that although Erik ten Hag has publicly avoided naming players' names, he has often highlighted the players' failure to follow the rules after defeats. It says certain United players also feel they have been put in a difficult position to carry out Erik ten Hag's tactical instructions, as there is a feeling in the squad that his approach has been compromised by the absence of Anthony. Okay, it then has to say, it has a couple of quotes from Erik ten Hag as well. Erik ten Hag says, you have to look in the mirror because the goals were easy giveaways. That was as in response to the Bayern game. He said, we were in the first 25 minutes better in the game than Munich, and then the goal, it was so easy, and it was not only Andre Onana's fault. Now, it's difficult to work out who these people are. The obvious one's obviously going to be Jadon Sancho, realistically, isn't it? He's the one who's completely frozen out of the team. He's the one who's refusing to apologise to the manager, obviously publicly called him out, called him a liar. It's difficult. It's really, really difficult because for me, you have to take the side of the manager, okay? He is the manager. You have to trust what he's doing. To back Jadon Sancho in these types of situations just seems a bit ridiculous to me personally. And then you have to look at who the other people might be. Who else is not getting much game time? Harry Maguire. Those are the two that really, really scream out to me. And the two that are not getting opportunities and feel like they should do. The thing I'll say to them, though, is, right, Harry Maguire had the opportunity to leave in the summer, and he didn't. He had an offer on the table from West Ham. He decided to stay and fight for his place. That's on him. That's his problem. He shouldn't be leaking information to the Manchester Evening News. The same with Jadon Sancho. If he wanted to leave, he could have gone in the summer. We probably would have got more money than what he's worth now, but instead he's hung around and he's just made it even worse. Who else do we think is behind these leaks? Because these leaks can't keep happening. It's an absolute disgrace. It should never happen at a club of Manchester United's size. Samuel Luckhurst then goes on to say that Mason Mount could now occupy Anthony's role. So I agree with that. I think Mason Mount should play in that right wing position. Obviously, Pellistri played against Bayern the other day. He looked okay. I think the thing with Pellistri is, right, I think he definitely is a good player, but I don't think he's good enough to start every game for Manchester United. Whereas Mason Mount, we've just spent £60 million on him. You've got to play him. Obviously, Anthony's going to probably be out for quite a while. Put Mason Mount in the right wing position. Obviously, he played in that position for Chelsea. Give him a bit of an opportunity there. Give him a run in the team in that position. And I think it will really, really help. Obviously, he's not available for the game against Burnley on Saturday, but he will be available, we believe, for next weekend's game. So we should see Mason Mount in that right wing role against, I think we play Crystal Palace next weekend. That's, again, obviously not going to please Jadon Sancho, is it? And you know what? The more I think about this story that's come out from Manchester Evening News, I think it literally just screams Jadon Sancho, doesn't it? You know, the fact that he's saying that he has favourites, it's not going to be Rashford. Why would Rashford say, I don't like Erik ten Hag, he's got favourites? I mean, he is the favourite. It's not going to be Martinez. It's not going to be Casemiro. It's not going to be Bruno. It's not going to be Rasmus Højlund. Like, think of the people who've been frozen out of this team. Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Jadon Sancho, and that's pretty much it. I don't think anybody else would really be coming out and putting these things out there, you know? Why would the goalkeeper do that? Why would Luke Shaw? Why would Reguilon? Like, none of these players would do that. It's so obvious that it's got to be those two or three players, you know, Maguire, Sancho, potentially McTominay. But let me know what you guys think about this. Who do you think is leaking this information to the Manchester Evening News? Because I genuinely thought we were past this. I thought we were better than this. And this is where other managers, the beginning of the end has started. As soon as these dressing room leaks come out, as soon as they start to poison the minds of the other people in that squad, it just depends whether the rest of the players can turn against them and say, you know what, if you're the ones putting these stories out, go away pretty much. We don't want anything to do with you. And I think that's what they've got to do. You know, Bruno's got to solidify that dressing room. He's got to work out who's leaking this, and whoever's leaking it needs to just be sold in January. I'm sick of it. They've got to go. Sancho, if it's him, he's got to go 100%. But let me know what you guys think about this. Obviously, it's not the best of news. It's just an ongoing situation at Manchester United, isn't it? But let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on these stories coming out from the Manchester United dressing room. Do you agree with them? I mean, even if you agree, right, this shouldn't be happening. They're paid ridiculous amounts of money to play for Manchester United, okay? It's not their job to be leaking information to the Manchester Evening News, is it? That's not their job. Their job's to perform on the pitch and to train well and then get selected for the team. That's as black and white as it is. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Please do make sure to smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. This has been Daily Red Devil. I've been Kieran, and I'll catch you all later.